everybody. It's Penguin and the chef. Say hi, chef.
Hi, Chef.
Hi, chef. I'm going to be making some cheesy, creamy crockpot corn. But since it's just me and chef, I'm not going to drag out the big crockpot. However, at Christmas time, we found a deal for the Pioneer Woman 1.5 quart slow cooker. It said $10 on it. So we bought the box. Now, we only saw the outside of the box, not knowing. We didn't read it carefully. When we got home and opened up the box, come to find out there was 2 in there. This is just one of the 2. So we got 2 of these in a box for $10. So if you guys run across that deal ever in the near future or around next Christmas, this is a great thing. If you have somebody that's single that lives alone, or even just a couple of 2 that they don't make big meals, this is something great for them. So I'm going to open this up, and this is what we're going to use today. So it's going to be kind of a crockpot cheesy corn and review of the Pioneer Woman 1.5 quart slow cooker. So I'm going to open this up. We're going to take a look at it, and then I'm going to wash it before we use it. Okay, I just used my scissors to get the tape off the box. So we're going to open this up. It's really pretty. This one is called her Sweet Romance design. And when I first saw the one in the other box, I'm like, it was bigger than I thought. And I thought, wow, this is such a great deal for $10. Go ahead and got your normal little crock pot lid. And comes with instructions here for the Sweet Romance. See here, it even shows on here the 2-pack. So you get the plaid print and the Sweet Romance. One is Sweet Romance Blossoms. That's what this one is. And then this one is Sweet Romance. Gives you all the maintenance and tips in here. I don't know if it includes any recipes or not. But no, it doesn't look like it has any. Doesn't look like it has any recipes in it, but that's okay. It has the removable insert, and that's a pretty good size, guys. I mean, if you can see, here's my hand. I mean, I can stick my whole hand down inside it. It's actually it's a pretty good size for just a couple people. You could even put a couple of chicken breasts in here with some barbecue sauce, some onions and all that. Make you some barbecue chicken or pork or anything like that. And then throw that off to the side. And then here's the body of it. And it's super, super cute. It's lightweight. It's got your settings right here. It says low, high, and warm like any other slow cooker does. And that's what the inside looks like. So I'm super excited to use this, give it a try, making this creamy, cheesy corn. I'd always make this for family gatherings and stuff, and I'd use my big slow cooker. So we're going to give it a try in this one. So let me get this washed up and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm bringing you kind of close up to me. This is just a really informal video, kind of a last minute thing. Now, this recipe was given to me years ago, and I mean years ago, from a patient when I worked in a doctor's office before I was still an LPN, but before I became an RN. When I worked in a doctor's office in Carmel, Indiana, and this patients used to bring in a lot of goodies all the time. And one of our patients brought in this corn one time and wanted me and my coworkers to try it. And it was so, so, so good. So then she ended up writing the recipe out and giving it to us the next time she came in. So what I have here is I just have, this is a 1-pound bag of Meyer's sweet corn. You want to start out with the sweet corn. So I'm just going to dump this in the slow cooker here. And this 2-pack of these slow cookers, which me and Chef wasn't thinking about at the time, I originally was going to use them just to melt my chocolates in and keep them hot at Christmas time. But this would be really great, like if you're doing a side dish and a main dish. You could do barbecue pork in one and your side dish in another. You definitely save a lot of time when you do it that way. Okay.
That size would be great for camping too, whether you got a camper or tent camping.
Camping, right.
Put a couple things in there and decide to go to the lake and go fishing and come back and they're done for you.
Perfect camper size.
Ice with one and something else in the other one.
Yeah. Okay, I have some just deluxe American cheese right here. So we want to use it. So I'm just going to use a couple of pieces of this. And it's very simple. I'm just going to lay this in here on top of my corn. That's all I'm going to do. As soon as I can get another piece peeled off here. I love this cheese, but it's hard to get it apart sometimes.
And we're hoping the power don't go out while we're doing this right here now.
Yeah.
We got ice coming down now.
Ice and snow is falling right now. Okay. So I'm putting in 2 pieces of American cheese. Now, if you were, I'll put the full recipe in the description box if you're making it for your family. The full recipe will feed probably about 8 to 10 people in a serving of this stuff. Again, I'll put the full recipe in the description box. Okay. Now, I've got that in there. Now what I want to do for just me and Chef's size is I have some Walmart cream cheese. This is just what I had left over from the last time we used it. So I have about 4 ounces of cream cheese here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this up in pieces and I'm going to drop it in there as well. All right, so I got that cut up and I just have my pieces of cream cheese layered in on top of my American cheese. Now I've got just some white granulated sugar. I'm going to take a tablespoon of, I just have my big old regular tablespoon of sugar, and I'm just going to sprinkle that around on the top. I'm also going to add a tablespoon of milk. I can get it to come out. Try not to overflow it. Okay. There's 1. 2 tablespoons of milk that I put down in there. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add 3 tablespoons of butter. You can use salted or unsalted, whichever you prefer, because the cream cheese has salt in it as well. Just going to cut it into a couple of little pats and just stick it down in there. There's 1 tablespoon. 2 tablespoons, and 3 tablespoons. All right. Now, what we're going to do now is we're just going to put the lid on this. I'm going to turn the heat setting on to low. And what we're going to do is we're going to let this cook like this for about 4 hours. Now, you don't want to disturb it. You don't want to stir it. You're only going to stir it a couple of times while it's cooking. So since I'm cooking it for 4 hours, I usually stir it like an hour and a half in, and then about 3 hours in is when I stir it. And when it gets done, you'll have the best cheesy, creamy corn you've ever had. So I'm going to let this cook. I'll check back in a little bit and show you what it looks like as we're going along. And then I'll show you what it looks like when we're all done. So we'll be back. Okay guys, we're about an hour and a half in. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off of here now. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of a mix up. Things are starting to get soft and warm. I'm just trying to hold the phone with my hand instead of the tripod as I mix it up. Again, we're just an hour and a half in, so We're gonna wait about another hour or so before we give it another stir. Whoops, sorry about that. I know it smells good. Cheeses are starting to melt. We're just gonna let it keep going, and I'm gonna get this cleaned up, get the lid back on it. Sorry about the noise, guys. And we'll check back in on it here in just a little bit. Okay, everybody, it's Penguin and I am back. It's been 4 hours and our creamy cheesy corn has been cooking. And this is what it looks like. This is the most creamiest corn that you will ever have. Your family will absolutely love you if you make this for them. Like I said, my patient Rosie gave this to me years ago, and it's always been a family favorite. So I just put a little black pepper in it. As far as the slow cooker, I would say it does very well. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. That's what it looks like on the inside. It didn't burn or anything. Took the same amount of time, about 4 hours on low. If you're making it for a big party, a carry-in, or something like that, you'll of course want to use a full-size slow cooker, and I will put that full recipe in my description box. But again, I just wanted to try this because it's just me and the chef, and to me this is a perfect size just for 2 people, whether it's a side dish or a main. So I give the Pioneer Woman 1.5 quart slow cooker a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead, like I said, I sprinkled a little pepper on it. Very creamy, cheesy. You guys can see that without the shadow. And I'm going to try it. Still very hot. The corn gets so tender over the 4 hours. All the flavor of the corn comes out and mixes with the cheese and the cream cheese. You've got just a little bit of the sugar. This is so, so good, guys. Highly recommend you give it a try. This is one of our most favorite side dishes. So it's snowing out here. We're trying to do a few more videos, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. Say bye, Chef.
Bye, Chef.
Bye, guys.